Hey guys, it's Hillary. Thanks for checking out my channel. Today I want to talk about how to get through the season of self-isolation. So the first thing is breathe. I know that it's super easy to get caught up in everything that's happening, but one of the things that we need to remember as a whole is to breathe. We will get through this eventually, and so just taking it day by day is probably the best idea. The second thing is don't panic about what you should be doing. I know that a lot of you are probably seeing, especially on social media, that you should be taking up a side hustle or starting your own company or, getting your fitness on track and your eating on track and doing house renovations and whatever it is that people are saying, this is the time to do it. Don't panic if you are not able to do any of that right now. It's kind of a process of grief, I feel, especially after a month of self-isolation and not knowing when it's going to end, is the grief of not having that normalcy that you normally do have. So if you don't feel like creating a new skill or, doing that side hustle that everybody is talking about, it's okay. It's okay. The third one is to limit your intake of news and social media. I know that everybody wants to know what's happening and wants to stay up on top of things, but ever since this all started, I feel like it's bombarding news feeds, the televisions, even if it is talking about the good stories that come out of it and all of that. I personally have felt that since I've limited my viewing of news. I don't watch the news in general for the most part. If somebody's watching it, then I might listen to it here and there. But if you aren't pouring yourself over it day in and day out, reading all the statistics, people's opinions about what's happening, conspiracy theories, all of this, you're going to feel more relaxed. And yes, it's important to stay informed, but if you limit that and you limit the resources that you are getting your information from, you're going to feel a lot better. If you are one of those people that are worrying about what's happening, it's especially important if you find a reputable source to get your information, check it out maybe daily if you're one of those people that worry about it, and then just release it, let it go. And this might be a little woohoo for some people, but I feel that where you put your energy follows. And so if you're putting your fear and worry into this, it's just going to expand greater. I know that a lot of people have conspiracies about what's happening, and the one way to get through it, and this is potentially really woohoo for some of you as well, is to just focus on the life that you want to live as opposed to your current reality. So we'll go into that in a different video. The fourth thing that I think is take care of your body. So still moving your body. I know that's hard if you're cooped up in a house. I imagine if you're in an apartment, it's a little harder. You're expected to social distance, but you're still allowed to go for walks around your neighborhood. You're still allowed to go out for some fresh air. Fresh air is really important to make sure that you're getting that, especially when it's sunny out. But also just moving around, if that's pacing back and forth in a hallway, making sure that you're eating healthily, controlling those portions. I know I stress eat, and so that's really hard sometimes. I'm really controlling that right now because I did find in the month already of being home that I'm just like, whoa, and you can feel the effects of it. Your body is the one thing that you have regardless of the situation, and so it's really important to keep that in tune. If you are interested, and so in my second point I said don't panic if you're not doing something that you think you should be doing, but if you are in the mindfulness of wanting to expand as a human or expand your skill set, then take the time to learn something new. This is the perfect time to try that thing that you never had time for. I know that I've seen a few memes where people say, time wasn't the issue. And it is true. I mean, I've been trying to play my ukulele forever, and I've learned that it's more of I need to prioritize that if I would like to learn how to play my ukulele. But take the time to learn something new if you want to. Take online courses. I know that there are tons of free options out there. Yale University is providing, or actually I think they've always provided free courses online. A lot of courses are offering huge discounts right now, and it's really great to come out of this with a new skill, I think, personally. So if you're up for it, learn a new skill, learn something new. It doesn't necessarily have to be a skill. It can be knowledge. Learn something new. And that takes me to number 6. Take the time to get to know yourself. This may feel very uncomfortable, and it may be harder if you're isolating with somebody else, like a partner, a roommate. Tensions could be going really high. I'm isolating with my mom, and I can already feel that tension, and it's not because we have a bad relationship. We see each other 24/7, and so there's that healthy alone time that is really necessary for you in your mental space, but also getting to know yourself with nothing occurring. And yes, you have the internet and Zoom and House Party and all of those apps to get together with friends. It's also an important time to really slow down and get to know who you are. There's many different ways of doing this. You can look on YouTube for different tricks. I'm going to post some stuff coming up here because I find my journey the last few years have been all about self-discovery and finding out who I am and what I have to offer. And I wouldn't know that until I got to know myself. And you're going to become a better person in general, whether we're in isolation or not, by knowing who you are. You're going to have better boundaries, better feelings of worthiness and confidence and esteem and all of that if you get to know who you are. The 7th step is stay as normal as you can. So keep a schedule, have showers, get dressed out of your pajamas. You really feel the difference when you're on a strict schedule. And not a strict schedule per se, but if you say, you know what, and some people have no option if they work from home, like myself. I am expected to work from certain hours, and so I always still get ready for work as if I were going to work. I was a little more lenient on the one day, and I felt off, completely off. As it is, it's a new surrounding to do your work at home. If you're not used to that, like, I find that it's very different, and just getting used to that is a change in itself. And so I feel that when I get up, I do my morning routine, I get ready for work as if I were driving to work, and I just feel a lot more clear and just motivated to stay on task. And that, again, have a shower. I've seen a lot of people who are like, I haven't showered in 4 days. That just, if you feel good about yourself and your appearance and all of that, you are going to feel good. And then the last one is knowing that this is a time of change. It's inevitable to deny that fact. We're not going to go back to our old normal anytime soon. And even if we were to be released from our homes tomorrow, it would still not be the same as before this all started. So just know that you can have the life that you desire. I am a firm believer that you can do whatever you set your mind to. And so you can start your life from scratch, regardless of how much baggage you have with bills and commitments and all of that. You can still have the life that you desire with all of that. And it's just knowing and planning for that. And right now, especially if you find yourself unemployed, right now is the perfect time. So you can look at different resources for that. YouTube is great for that. The internet in general is great for that. But I'm looking to bring you information on creating your desired life as well, because I really do believe that everybody can live the life that they desire. And yes, some of us were dealt cards or hands that are a little more privileged than others, but I feel like everybody, and you can look at all of the biographies of many different people who show and prove that that is a possibility. People have come from the worst of the worst situations and have risen to the top because they are so determined to have the life that they desire. So just know that you are worthy. I believe in you. Many thousands, if not millions of people believe in you. You can have the life that you desire. You can get through this. Breathe, don't panic, and just take care of yourself. Be the change that you want to see in the world. I will talk to you next